Valkyries chip it up. Saliga gets a piece of that to Emily Quant. And Valkyries clear. Beckwith on the chase, ends up behind the net. Chips it up to Smith. Valkyries trying to dump it back in. Quant sends it up to Costain. Stella maneuvering. Gets a shot on net there. Valkyries on the way back. Puck is out. And Stella, Beckwith is chasing there. Eilertson up to Erickson. Erickson chips it into the zone. Huseman now on the chase. Valkyries come back. Claire Eilertson chasing, looking for the back check. Erickson gets a piece of that one and interrupts that momentum. Valkyries pass up in the neutral zone. Valkyries pass into the zone. Here comes Quant and Weigel to get a piece of that up to Eilertson. Claire. Erickson bumping around here on the board, gets it to Claire Eilertson. Eilertson cross-ice pass to Lydia Huseman. Huseman chips it back into the zone, trying to get a shot on net there. That gets blocked by Valkyries. They take it behind the net. Valkyries pass up. Kolslak gets in with a stick, interrupts that play. And now Lunenburg off the bench, battling here in front of the Spartacat bench. Cross-ice pass by Saliga here, picked up by Weigel. Weigel finds Lunenburg. That gets interrupted. And Valkyries will pick this up in the corner behind the net. They center, shot saved by Reek, and she's going to scoop that one up. Nope, puck is loose. That ends up behind the net. Passed by Weigel up to Kate Eilertson. Kolslak with a nice move there in the corner. Valkyries maneuvering their way back up center ice. Puck gets dumped deep into the zone. Saliga will pick this up. Lunenburg trying to chip it over to Kolslak. To Beckwith. Kendall. She's got some room here, maneuvering. She gets by a couple of players. Kendall puts the brakes on. That gets taken off by Valkyries. Puck comes back. And Beckwith picks this up in front of the Spartacat net. She chips it up and out. Valkyries will collect. Beckwith now in the far corner, wraps it around to Quant. Riley looking for Stella Costain. Stella gets a piece of it. Nice big cross-ice pass over to Smith. And Valkyries pick that off. No problem. We've got Quant there to collect again, and we're still in the neutral zone here. Valkyries maneuvering back. Nice little poke check there by Quant. And puck comes over to the near side. Valkyries controlling the puck at the circle. Chipped out. And Stella Costain picks it up, passes it cross ice over to Weigel. Weigel now maneuvering into the zone, drives it deep behind the net. And that's going to wrap around. Valkyries in the corner, still controlling the puck. Erickson comes in to interrupt. Claire Eilertson and Erickson battling. Puck comes out to neutral. Weigel controlling the puck, now dumps it back in. And they get offsides just barely. I don't know if they're here.
We just saw their free.
Text her and find out. Erickson taking the face-off. Huseman, Eilertson on wing. Saliga and Beckwith on D. Erickson battling here. She gets tangled up. Puck comes back. Beckwith gets a piece of that. Beckwith reaching for that puck. Huseman now gets a piece of it in the neutral zone. Valkyries try to dump it back in. Saliga on the chase, and she's got a Valkyrie player hot on her tail. Saliga passes behind the net over to Beckwith. Beckwith chips it up to Eilertson. Valkyries send it back. It's wide, just shy of the net. Huseman now on the boards. Saliga gets tripped up. Erickson comes in to help with Huseman. Huseman bumping on the boards here. Erickson sees her opportunity. She collects. She's got some room here. Been trying to maneuver around. That gets broken up by Valkyrie. Shot goes just wide of the net by about 2 inches there. Valkyries, another shot goes wide. Eilertson gets to the boards. Valkyries trying to send it in. Shot saved by Reek. And Valkyries gets on the board first. So these parents are riled up. Valkyrie parents here riled up, getting some looks from the other camera woman. Oh, uncomfortable. Lunenburg at the draw. Here comes Kolsak to get a piece of it. Lunenburg maneuvering her way into the neutral zone. Valkyries come back with it. Another shot goes wide there. Eilertson on the chase. Weigel gets a piece of that, and she's maneuvering back, looking for the cross-ice pass to Kolsak, and Valkyries get a piece of it, get offside.
They scored?
Lunenburg taking the face-off in the neutral zone. Puck comes back to the corner, and Quant is going to collect this. Lunenburg coming back up the middle. Lunenburg putting her wheels on. She gets broken up by Valkyries. Eilertson is there to try to help out. Those girls go down to the ice. Puck comes out. Quant dumps it back into the zone. And Valkyries chip it out. Weigel on her way. Quant collects though. Quant trying to chip it out. That gets blocked by Valkyries. Valkyries send it up the ice to the middle. Here comes Eilertson to interrupt. And now Kolsak trying to get a piece of it. Valkyries send it back. Weigel gets it. She takes it into the zone, deep, driving it into the corner. Trying to center. We need a line change here. Girls are coming off the ice. Here comes Smith. She's in front of the net and couldn't quite get a shot there. Costain back to Quant. Quant over to Saliga. And Saliga trying to send it in. Saliga picks it up inside the blue, chips it backhanded over to Quant. That bounces off her back. Valkyries chip it out. Saliga picks it up behind the net. Passes up to Costain. Costain to Emily Quant. That gets picked up by Valkyries. They chip it back to the red line. Quant interrupts. Valkyries on their way in. Beckwith tangles that player up. And she'll control that, send it off the boards, chips it up to Quant. Emily, Quant, centered, nope, couldn't quite get a shot, that gets broken up, and here comes Beckwith to pick up the puck. Beckwith trying to drive that puck, she dumps it behind the net. And puck comes back out to the Spartacat zone. Huseman off the boards, picked up by Emily Quant. Emily Quant over to Smith. Smith reaching, driving it to the corner, picked up by Valkyries. Valkyries send it back up the ice. They pass, it's in the neutral zone. Riley Quant now sends it up to Huseman, interrupted by Valkyries, and Valkyries on the move. Weigel trying to get a piece of it, they get passed, saved by Reek, and cleared out by Spartacats. Huseman battling on the boards in front of the bench here. There's Erickson off the bench. Girls get offside. You don't see it, it might have been somebody else's Prius. Yeah. Erickson at the draw. Good to me. Valkyries pick it up. Erickson trying to pinch on the boards. Valkyries dump it to the far corner. Here comes Beckwith, wraps it around behind the net. Saliga gets a piece of it. Oh no, Valkyries with a shot, and Hughes now in the net, gloves that one. Pretty sure I'm seeing a little flash of some new decals there on Hughes' leg pads. Trying to blind the other players, I guess. 6 minutes on the clock, so Valkyries up first. Oh, and another quick shot there by Valkyries trying to wrap around. Hughes is there. Oh, and they chip it in. They chip it into past Hughes here. And Spartacats down 0-2. Lunenburg at the draw. Let's see if the girls can come up and come from behind here a little bit. Lunenburg taking the face off. Valkyries come back. Almost take the ref out. Lunenburg now controlling the puck right up the middle. It gets picked off by Valkyries. Eilertson gets a piece of it. Puck ends up on the far point. Lunenburg right up the wall, up the middle now. That Valkyrie player moves. Lunenburg hungry. She gets taken out. Oh, that's not a call? How's that not a call? And now it's a race. Valkyrie's racing. Quant gets there first, ships it back behind the net. Up to Kolsak. Kolsak trying to chip it out. It does, it comes out of the zone. Kolsak chasing. Valkyries dump it far. Oh, they hit the ref. That's going to leave a bruise. Quant chips it behind the net. And now Beckwith behind the net. Puck comes out to the point, saved by Hughes. Trying to chip this out. Quant behind the net, chips it up, nobody's there. Valkyrie is trying to get a piece of that. Beckwith ties that person up. And we end up behind the net. Quant. Valkyries send it to the far corner. Smith is there to collect. Valkyries from the point, shot saved by Hughes, and she clears that one. Costain now in the corner, up to Quant. Valkyries dump it back in. Costain trying to chip this puck out. We're bouncing around here. Valkyries behind the net, Beckwith. Trying to get a piece of this. Valkyries chip their own puck out. Smith is on the chase. Valkyries maneuver their way into the zone. Valkyries shot goes high and wide. They end up tied up with Beckwith in the corner. And Quan trying to chip it up. Valkyries another shot that gets saved by Hughes. And oh my gosh! And that was a crazy shot there by Valkyries. Goes up and over Hughes' glove. Spartacats down 0-3. And I think we may have called a timeout here. Just commenting here with a couple of the parents that the lines are not quite what we're used to seeing. We're seeing some odd line changes here, so we'll see if we can get this figured out. Who's he looking for? Oh. All right, we've got Huseman, Erickson, Eilertson coming out on the forward line. Saliga and Kate Eilertson on D. Looks like we've got somebody coming off the ice here. So lines are switching up a little bit here. We're just trying to kind of collect ourselves. Saliga passes over to Eilertson. Eilertson trying to get the puck out. And a shot, and Hughes is going to get a piece of that one. Puck comes back to the point. Valkyries send it. Oh, Hughes comes up big, gets a glove on that one. Again, puck comes back to the point. Hughes again. And Lydia manages to clear. Valkyries coming back. Erickson with a back check, trying to get there. They send it to the net. It's wide. Back up now. Claire Eilertson trying to get a piece of that, sends it to the center. Puck comes back towards the net. It's wide. Huseman now clears it. Valkyries collect. And they're driving up the middle. Beckwith, that's a trip! Let's call some trips here. Valkyries just circling around. Nice pick by Lunenburg. Lunenburg up the ice. Lunenburg hungry for a goal. It's loose in front of the net. And just not enough for that puck to slide past the red line there. Lunenburg taking the face off here. To the corner, Lunenburg behind the net. Lunenburg centers. Now Eilertson sends it in. And Costain with another shot on net. That gets saved by the Valkyries goalie. She gets tangled up now in the corner. Eilertson just off the boards. Costain, what a shot by Stella. That got saved. And now Saliga at the point. That comes out to Lunenburg. Lunenburg back to Kate Eilertson. Chips it up to Stella Costain inside the blue line. Sends it back to Quant. Quant and Erickson come on the off the bench here. Quant sends it in, ends up in the far corner. Stella Costain chasing that player. Oh, what was that? A call, I think, here. Looks like Stella Costain in the box. I'm not sure what that call was for. Tripping. So Stella Costain in the box for tripping. It looks like we are on a power play kill. Erickson at the face-off. Erickson wins it back to the corner, and Beckwith wraps it around the boards. Up to Quant. Quant chips it out. Erickson chasing. Oh! Oh! Come on! That wasn't a goal? I thought that went in. That was a Valkyries, a little bit of a mistake there. Thought that they shot it towards their own net, or puck slipped towards their own net. I thought it went in. Erickson at the face-off at the circle. Puck comes back to Beckwith. Beckwith wraps it around the boards. Quant is chasing. And Valkyries driving back. Quant and Erickson get a piece of that. Valkyries still maneuvering. Nice back check there by Emily Quant. Erickson gets a piece of it now, trying to chip this puck out. Erickson comes back again, chips it out of the zone. Nice move there by the Bird. Valkyries come back as we're taking a line change. That's the end of the first period. Unfortunately, down 3-0 to 3. So we're not sure what, not our usual lines here. Girls are a little bit mixed up. Not sure if we had an injury or what, but let's see if they can come back from behind a little bit. like an injury or something. It's all messed up. Okay, so we've got starting off here in a penalty kill. Smith at the face-off. Huseman on wing. Puck comes back. Valkyries take it into the zone, and they get offside. Smith wins the draw, trying to drive it. Here comes Valkyrie. They take it back into the zone. They send it toward the net, and Reek now, who's in the net, stops that one. She'll block it, or stop the play. Spartacats chip it back to the corner and trying to get this out. Valkyries pick it up at the point, trying to pass. They get through. Eilertson with a nice stick there in the corner, trying to chip the puck out. She tangles that player out. Here comes Smith to help. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. And no call there on that. There is a call there. It looks like we're going to get a penalty call finally on Valkyries. Lunenburg taking the face off. Beckwith controlling the puck, back to Stella Costin. We end up in the corner. Valkyries chip the puck out. Cross-ice pass over to Quant. Quant up to Lunenburg. Valkyries clear. Back at the draw. Shot by Spartacats there, got saved by the Valkyries goalie. And now Stella Costin controlling the puck behind the net, chips it over to Lunenburg. Lunenburg centers to Kolslak. She takes a shot, couldn't quite sink it. And now Valkyries trying to take the puck out. They do, they clear. Valkyries now. They took a shot from the blue line, gets saved there by Reed. Spartacats will take a line change. Erickson, Saliga, Huseman, Eilertson, and Eilertson out there. Cross-ice pass over to Claire Eilertson. She'll take the puck into the zone. Passes back to her sister Kate. Shot! That's loose in front of the net. Gets cleared by Valkyries. And Valkyries clear. That ends up icing call. Erickson, Huseman, Claire Eilertson on the forward line. Saliga, Kate on D. Erickson chips it over to Eilertson. She chips it back to her sister Kate. Kate dumps it into the zone. And Valkyries will pick it up behind the net. Eilertson turning. Here comes Erickson looking for the back check. Kate and Erickson manages. Erickson gets a penalty. Come on, Bird. That's exactly what we told her not to do. Erickson in the box. Pretty sure I literally told her don't get a penalty tonight. Spartacats feeling a lot of pressure tonight, it feels like. We have not seen Bailey Weigel back out on the ice. I think, not sure if she had an injury or what, but it looks like it's throwing Spartacats for a loop here. And now another penalty call to Valkyries. So we'll play a little 4-on-4. That's all right. And there they go in the box. I'll take that. And we'll have a face-off here in the Valkyrie zone, which I approve. Taking the face off. Valkyries come away with it after the draw. Take it behind the net. Here comes Smith chasing this player. Vaughn has her eye on it. Couldn't quite get turned around fast enough. She gets through. Valkyries shot, and Reek gets a piece of that one. Valkyries still in the zone, trying to control the puck. On the point, they center. Couldn't quite connect that puck. Vaughn trying to clear. Valkyries controlling behind the net. Smith and Beckwith chasing. Quant now behind the net. Quant trying to chip this puck up. Puck ends up back in the neutral zone. Valkyries maneuvering their way into the ice. Here comes Smith to interrupt that play. Valkyries get a piece of it. Nope. And I believe that might be Huseman got a piece of that puck. Interrupted the play, broke that up. Quant on the boards, gets taken out. That'll be a penalty call on Valkyries. Is that penalty or offside? Sorry, offside. My bad. Ice? Ice. Ice call, sorry. Lunenburg got the face-off. You can feel my exasperation here. That puck flew through towards the net there. Valkyrie's goaltender is going to freeze the play. Lunenburg got the face-off. Lunenburg wins it back. Puck comes out of the zone. Kate Eilertson will chase that. Pass over to Saliga. Saliga chips it up to Lunenburg. Lunenburg trying to move her through. She gets tangled up. Valkyries take it behind the net and wrap it around the boards. Here comes Kate now. Kate Eilertson inside the blue line, chips it. That hit Lunenburg. I think they were looking for a deflection goal there. Saliga centers, nobody's there. And Valkyries clear. They had a player past us there. That was dangerous. And they'll get an icing call on that. I have my JV player here telling me when it's an icing and when it's a offside. Would you like to commentate on what an icing is? No? Can you explain an icing?
Yeah.
What is it?
And the other team shoots the puck all the way down and don't touch any of our players, and it makes it fast.
Yeah, but doesn't it depend on the red line or like the blue lines and stuff? No? Yeah. Okay. He says yeah. He knows better than I do. Lunenburg gets a shot there, hits the side of the net. Oh, and another one. Couldn't quite connect. Here comes Beckwith to collect in the neutral zone. Beckwith passes over to Lunenburg. Lunenburg to Costain. Puck comes out. .10:35 the second period. Erickson, Eilertson on the forward line. Saliga, Eilertson on D. Valkyries come up with the puck after the little bit of a tangle there. And now Kate Eilertson chasing a puck. Takes that player out. That's going to be a call on Kate, I believe. penalty. Penalty. Erickson at the draw, sends it back to the corner. Valkyries from the point, sends it, it's wide. And they'll chase into the corner. Here comes Huseman. Valkyries send it back across the ice, picked up by Beckwith. Off the boards to Erickson. Erickson maneuvering, gets through a couple players here. Erickson trying to drive it in, it's out of the zone. Beckwith collects, she'll send it, come on, that was onside. It's like a skate blade. Spartacats will get onside call here. As they're still on a penalty kill with Kate Eilertson in the box. Parents not happy with the ref performance. I guess Saliga chips it. Oh no, collected by Valkyries. Eilertson's sisters tangle that player up, and Quant gets a piece of it. Here comes Claire. On the boards, she gets tangled, manages to backhand chip it out of the zone into the Valkyries area. Valkyries maneuvering up the ice. Emily Quant on the boards. Cross ice pass, Saliga gets a piece of that. Valkyries, no, trying to drive it into the slot. Valkyries shot, saved by Reek, and she'll freeze that one. We don't have a shots on goal counter today either, which for a championship game is kind of disappointing. Valkyries, I'm pretty sure, peppering our tenders here today. Quant gets tripped up at the face-off here. Valkyries controlling behind the net. And Koslak chasing. Koslak gets a piece of that. Valkyries take it back behind the net. Collected by Saliga. Saliga off the boards to Koslak. She'll chip it out of the zone. Valkyries controlling the puck in the zone. They lose that one. End up in the corner. To their point. Here comes Smith with a nice stick. And she'll get control of this puck and chip it up the ice looking for Eilertson. That gets picked off by Valkyries. She ends up on the board. Smith coming in to help. Eilertson getting a stick on that. Puck comes out. That'll be the end of the power play for Spartacats. Valkyrie is chipping it up and out. Here comes Lunenberg with a nice pinch on the boards here. Quant sends it back up the ice. Puck comes cross ice to Costain. Costain sends it on net. It's just wide, and now Huseman collects. Beckwith at the reach. Valkyries collect. Valkyries on the way back up the middle. Costain with a nice move there. Back check. Beckwith gets tangled up on the boards in the corner. We can't quite see because we got a Valkyrie mom in the way. Sit down!
Don't say that.
Can't see! Sorry. Can't see. Grandma's standing up. I had to give her a little reminder. We got a lot of parents trying to view here. Valkyries in their own zone. Behind the net, Costain trying to get a piece of it. Valkyries chip it out. Eilertson sends it up the ice. What? Come on. Spartacats get an offside call there. That was, she was dancing on that blue line. I feel like that was a little bit of a quick whistle. Erickson taking the face off. Erickson wins it back to Kate Eilertson. Oh, Kate Eilertson up to her sister, Claire. Claire looking for the pass. She finds Koslak, and Erickson driving to get to the net. She gets tripped up. Get up, Erickson. Eilertson sends it. It's loose. Oh, that's a shot on goal. Couldn't quite get it past the tender. Erickson now comes up to dump the puck back into the zone, and Koslak pinching in the corner. And a nice poke check there by Kate Eilertson. Erickson collects the puck, sends it to Claire Eilertson. That pass gets blocked by Valkyries, and puck comes back to Kate. Claire trying to dump it. Erickson get off the ice, and Lunenburg, Quant, Smith come back on. Lunenburg finds the puck. She's got Smith. The puck comes way up and over into the near side, and Smith now centers. Lunenburg was there, couldn't quite connect. She got tangled up. Saliga sends it back in deep, and Valkyries clear. Beckwith, dump it off the boards. Lunenburg gets a piece of that. Valkyries back again. Spartacats trying to get onside. Couldn't quite get there fast enough. 5:57 on the clock here in the second period. Looks like we'll take a little bit of a line change here. Ref's getting impatient. He's a quick whistleblower, I guess. Erickson gets tangled up here on the boards, and now Costain comes away with the puck. Costain sends it not quite on net there, went a little wide. Now Kolsak chasing, takes that player out. I don't see any hands flying from the refs, so that'll be a fair play. Puck comes back. Saliga sends it up to Kolsak. And Erickson tangles this player up. Saliga tries to get the puck out. Oh, it's a 2-on-1 here to Beckwith. Beckwith gets a piece of that, blocks it. Saliga ends up behind the net. Erickson collects. Erickson maneuvering up the ice. Get there, Emmett. Let's go, Bird. Erickson past the blue line. Shot goes wide. We end up on the far side, and now, come on, what was that? Oh, that's just an offside call there. .506 on the clock. Lunenburg at the face-off. Huseman, Eilertson on the wing. Puck comes back to Quant. Quant trying to chip this puck out. Quant again gets a piece of it. Valkyries collect. They send it back up to their center. Eilertson interrupts that pass, and Kate will take it behind the net, chips it up to Huseman. Lydia. Huseman controlling the puck, looking for the cross-ice pass, and that ends up in the zone. Eilertson racing to get there. Valkyries lose the puck behind the net, and now Lunenburg battling. Oh, come on! That was a clear hit on the boards there. No call by the refs, unfortunately. And puck comes back into the Spartacat zone. Quant gets a piece of it. Battling with Huseman. Lunenburg collects behind the net. She gets singled up. It's in front of the net. That gets cleared by Quant. And now Huseman sends it cross ice to Claire. Claire dumps it behind the net. Huseman in the corner. Lunenburg comes in to help. Valkyries will collect on the near side. Here comes Eilertson to help. Beckwith gets tangled up. Saliga racing to get this puck in the Spartacat zone with 3:50 on the clock. Saliga behind the net. She gets taken out. That's a tripping call on Valkyrie. Take a face-off here in the Spartacat zone. Erickson at the draw. Valkyries come away with it up the ice. Beckwith breaks that up. Takes the puck to the corner, sends it over to Smith. Smith centers that puck. Luckily, there's no Valkyrie players there. Saliga will chip it out. Quant now picks the puck up, sends it up to Smith. Smith looking for the pass. The Quant! Quant! Shot! It's loose in front of the net. Valkyrie goalie lays on it. Smith back to Erickson. That gets broken up by Valkyrie, and they're making their way up the ice. They chip it deep into the zone. Quant will collect behind the net. Quant up the ice, right up the middle. Quant controlling the puck. Passes off to Smith. Smith centers. Quant trying to get a piece of that. Quant behind the net, trying to center. Smith now behind the net. Smith. Oh, sends it. Goalie saves it. It's loose in front of the net. He can't quite get. Quant gets tangled up there in front of the tender. Puck comes back out, and Valkyries will get an icing call. 2:24 on the clock. Lunenburg at the draw. Lunenburg gets tangled. Here comes Kolflag to help. Puck comes back to the behind the net, and Valkyries controlling, trying to barrel through. Valkyries send it up the ice. Saliga gets a piece of that. Valkyries clear. Saliga, nope. Puck comes bouncing around. Costain trying to get a shot, and that gets broken up, blocked by Valkyries. Valkyries chip it up. Kolflag keeps it in. Kolflag tangled. Valkyries clear, and Saliga collects in the neutral zone, sends it over to Beckwith. Beckwith pass to Costain. That went a little wide there. And now Valkyries chip it up the ice. Saliga. Lunenburg gets a piece of that to keep it into the neutral zone. Costain dumps it deep to the corner. Valkyries will collect. 1:30 on the clock. Costain chips up the ice. Looking for Eilertson. Claire now. Claire controlling the puck in the corner. It's trying to center. Oh, she sends it behind the net. Erickson comes in to tangle this player up. Valkyries managed to pass up to their wing. Eilertson interrupts that play. Erickson comes in to tangle that player up. Now Quant trying to take the puck in. Pass by Valkyries gets interrupted by Hughesman. Now Valkyries get a shot. That goes wide. Hughes, I think maybe was reaching for that one. Claire Eilertson controlling behind the net, and she'll drive it up to Hughesman. Valkyries keep it in. Kate Eilertson now picks the puck up behind the net. She'll play a little keep away here, sends it up to Hughesman. Hughesman looking for the big cross-ice pass to Claire. Claire chips it in. Picked off by Valkyries. Erickson trying to get in front of this pass. Valkyries maneuvering their way up the ice. Kate trying to interrupt the play. Valkyries doing circles. Valkyries, they're trying to center. Erickson gets a piece of that, trying to clear the puck. Valkyries battling and tangling up. And that's it for the second period. All right, we'll take a Zamboni break here, folks. Let's put it on mute.
All right, folks. Start of the third. Refs want to get stuff moving. He's blowing the whistle. No time for stretching hardly. We want to rush this one along. Unfortunately, we're down 3. Let's see what they do in third here. So we got Ruttenberg, Lonnie, Kosliak. Hey, Chris, down in front. Valkyries taking it to their zone. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see Turkey. Out to neutral ice. And here comes Lonnie. I'm sorry, guys. It's hard to commentate when I'm looking at a 3-inch screen. This is the bird coming in, crosses the zone, puts a shot on. And Valkyries bring him out of the zone into neutral ice, and that is going to coast down deep into our zone. Ice pass. Stop with the bird, sends it back in. On the net. Trying to wrap it around. Here's a big shot, almost close. Sorry. Let's try to run camera and commentate at the same time. Looking at a 2-inch screen. There's a whistle. It's too hard to commentate. Here we go back to our regular scheduled program.
All right, folks, we'll try to get our act together here. Hot mess. Team's a hot mess. Parents are a hot mess. So, you know, I never did get to give a shout out to the bark, right? So we gotta do that. Get our groove back. So shout out to Clive's Roadhouse for sponsoring, or not sponsoring, but hosting the parent bark. And we had a little Zamboni break, so the parents got to go out and collect themselves. It looks like the girls took a little break trying to collect themselves. Valkyries in the box, so we are on a power play here. Beckwith comes in to pinch that player off and drive into our zone. Saliga battling on the boards here, and Hughesman manages to try to clear this puck. Nope, it gets dumped back into the zone by Valkyries, and now Beckwith collects behind the net. Beckwith up to Hughesman. Hughesman cross ice pass looking for Claire Eilertson. Claire gets a piece of that one. Ends up tangled on the boards. Valkyries collects. They dump it. It's on net. Enrique makes the save. Erickson picks this puck up at center ice. She'll drive it into the zone. Shot gets saved by the tender. Erickson gets pinched on the boards. Now puck comes back out. Valkyries chip it out of the zone, and Quant will chase this one. That'll be an icing call here on Valkyries. As they try to burn up, the Valkyries trying to burn up their power play. 7 seconds for the Spartacat power play. Erickson taking the face off. Puck comes back to Saliga. Saliga rips it in. Unfortunately, we weren't in front of the net there. Valkyries managed to get a piece of that to chip it out. Here comes Beckwith. Beckwith sends it back in. Beckwith driving the puck in. Beckwith maneuvering, backhanded shot. Loose in front of the puck. Kolstad gets a piece of it. Spartacats get on the board. All right. Let's see if we can give Valkyries a run for their money. Woo! Trying to listen out for Christina's whistle. Where is Christina's whistle? Waiting for Kevin Reek and his big voice to chime in. Here we go. Puck ends up in the corner with Lunenburg, and now Smith gets tripped. I don't know, that wasn't a call there. Puck comes back to the point. Beckwith gets a piece of it. Saliga will pick it up. Saliga bounces off the boards up to Lunenburg. Lunenburg cross ice pass collected by Smith. It's rebound shot by Lunenburg doesn't quite go in. She's still waiting in front of the net, and now Valkyries driving it up the ice. Valkyries into the neutral zone. Shot, and what a scoop by Reek. I hope we get that on replay. I don't know if we're doing a replay tonight. We're too bothered tonight. We'll try. We'll collect it and see if we can play it here at, we'll wait until a little bit of a break. Oh, we got the replay going. Face off in the Spartacat zone. Erickson aggressively battling for that. Comes back to Beckwith. Erickson now tangled up. She is not happy about this game right now. Getting her stick in there. Eilertson gets a piece of it. Passes up to Huseman. She's got Erickson with her. Huseman sends it on net. Gets bounced by the goalie. I don't think that was technically on net. It got bounced back out. Saliga now. Puck comes out to Beckwith. Chips it up. And Valkyries trying to drive it in. Eilertson sends it up. Valkyries dump it back. Chipped down by Eilertson. Claire looking for the pass. Goes a little long past Huseman. In the neutral zone, Valkyries will send it back up the ice. Kate Eilertson has this girl's number. Puck comes back behind the net. Quant will chip it up to Huseman. Puck is loose. Huseman will send it up to Claire. That gets interrupted by Valkyries, and now Kate will come in to help out. Lunenburg collects. Lunenburg off the boards, and she's racing to get to this puck. Lunenburg manages to keep control of the puck behind the net. She gets tangled up by two Valkyrie players. That's a trip, and there's a call. Good call, ref! And that's a good call on the ref. I'm getting some dirty looks. That's okay. You'd think for a 12U game that, we would just be hanging out, but the parents getting pretty riled up. We have to remember these are 12-year-old girls, so, gotta take everything with a grain of salt. Lunenburg taking the face-off here as the Spartacats head into a power play for another minute 30. Kolstad trying to break through. Kolstad over to Lunenburg. Lunenburg in the corner, backhand to Kolstad. Kolstad gets tangled up here a little bit. Kolstad trying to break the puck loose, and Valkyries come away with it. Valkyries up the ice. Quant has her number. Quant chips it forward. And now Lunenburg is going to get there to Kolstad. Kolstad, oh, just barely offside there. Kolstad trying to get past the blue line. Officially taking off my hockey hat here, trying to get the rally going. So Erickson comes in, interrupts that pass. Saliga chips it back into the zone. Erickson collects this pass, gets back to Costain. They stay on side. Puck comes back to Beckwith. Beckwith around the circle, loses the puck there to Valkyrie. And now Costain trying to get use of it. It's a race. Quant racing, tangles up that player. Oh! And that's a call or a whistle as Quant gets taken out.
Take a look at that shenanigans.
Yeah, so we'll get a replay quick.
Figure this one out.
Woo! Let's go, Spartacats! Let's go, Cats! Erickson taking the face off. Erickson tangled up. Puck comes back. Valkyries with a weird pass there off the boards, 90-degree angle, back to themselves. Beckwith will chase the puck, take it behind the net. Beckwith putting the wheels on. Kendall maneuvering up the ice, past the red line. Kendall, shot! It's in front of the net, it's loose! We couldn't quite connect. Puck comes back out to neutral. Erickson will pick this puck up, pass over to Quant. Quant chips it up to Quant, her sister. A little twin pass. Quant rips it as high and wide. And Eilertson keeps it in, dumps it back into the corner. Feels like the momentum shifting up just a little bit here. Hopefully catching Valkyries back on their heels a little bit. Puck comes out to neutral. Eilertson picks it up. Eilertson, being patient, collects, sends it to Quant. Quant up to her sister Quant. I love these twin passes over to Smith. Smith rips it. It's hit maybe wide of the net. Lunenburg back to Quant. Quant sends it back in. It's on net.
Good rebound.
Ooh, nice play there. Smith is looking for the deflection. Not enough time to connect. So that's all right. I feel like the girls are picking it up here a little bit as we're headed into the third period. We're about halfway through. 7:30 on the clock. Come on, Costain. Costain trying to interrupt the gameplay here. Brett trying to collect kids along the way as he's moving down the stadium seats here. Puck ends up behind the net. Lunenburg on the chase. Eilertson gets a piece of that. And Valkyrie, nice pinch there by Lunenburg. Eilertson and Lunenburg in the neutral zone. Lunenburg moving up the ice, gets tripped. That's a call. There we go. And that'll be an appropriate whistle there by the refs. You can tell Valkyries maybe losing a little bit of their patience here as they're making some mistakes, and hopefully Spartacats can capitalize on this one. Turn the tides a little bit here. So that'll be a tripping call here on Valkyries. Spartacats on a power play for a minute 30. Lunenburg, Kolslak, Costain on the forward line. Lunenburg chips it back to Kolslak. Kolslak driving it in. Trying to get it over to Costain. Oh, trying to send it back to the point. Now it's a race. And nice move there by Beckwith to prevent the shot by Valkyries. And now Lunenburg up to Costain. Costain maneuvering through. Costain gets tripped. A call. That should be a call. She got tripped there. No call by the ref. That's all right. They'll swallow their whistles. Kolslak and Lunenburg battling here on the corner. Puck comes. Valkyries trying to connect here. Valkyries up the ice. Beckwith chasing. Valkyrie shot. Whoa! Hits Hughes in the net and in the face, and she has to shake that one off a little bit there. Erickson now. Oh, gets offside. Shoot. Let's go, Bird. Stay onside. Not sure if the whistles are in our favor tonight. We got a quick whistle, slow whistle. I don't know. Erickson at the draw. In the neutral zone. Erickson wins it back. Valkyries get a piece of it, dump it into the zone. Quant chasing it. Quant up to her sister. Twin on twin pass. Puck gets centered, and and Riley Quant will backhand pass that up to Smith. Smith, oh, looking for the pass, misses. Puck comes back to neutral. Smith now controlling the puck, driving it in. She's got Quant and Erickson with her. That flies towards the net, it's wide. Quant will collect. Back to Riley. Riley trying to keep it in. Valkyries managed to chip this out, and she takes that player out. That's all right. No call on that one. If we're not going to call it one way, we're going to call it the other way, I guess. Oh boy. If there's anything about hockey games, they're entertaining. So we'll take a face-off in the Valkyrie zone. Lunenburg got the draw. 5:20 on the clock. Lunenburg chips it behind the net. She's got Claire with her. Claire back to, oh, Claire's right there! Claire takes a shot that gets blocked by the tender. Puck comes back out to the boards. Saliga now rips it in, and Valkyries chip that down.
Come on, Lily.
Lunenburg sends it. Oh, blocked by Valkyries, and they chip it out. This will be an icing call. Well, definitely feel like the Spartacats woke up here in the third period. Unfortunately, it just took them two periods too long, I think. We'll see, 4:53 on the clock. Erickson at the draw. Kolsak, Costain on the forward line. Saliga, Beckwith on. Erickson tangled up. Chips it to the corner. She pinches off behind the net. Here comes Kolsak to collect. Kolsak. Yeah, she gets the puck. Now Erickson controlling the puck. Looking for the pass to Costain. Backhanded. Erickson chips it to the net. Kolsak got a piece of that. Got deflected wide. Erickson behind the net now. No, gets picked off by Valkyrie. Valkyrie on the boards, and she chips it over to Costain. Stella off the boards to Saliga. Saliga rips it in. Kolsak! Erickson! Erickson! Erickson hits the backhanded goal! That's my girl! That's my girl! That's my girl right there. That's my girl. There she is. There she is. There she is. Wait, where's the word? Let's go. What do you think of that goal, Zane?
Amazing team effort right there.
All right, we got the replay.
Amazing team effort. I thought we did good getting that rebound and getting out front in the slot.
And your sister? Gotta say, it's your sister that got the goal, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Well,
brother.
well,
Can't
team
ever give her
effort. I
credit.
can't just, you know.
Can't ever give her credit. That's all right. That's a big brother role. All right, if anything, I got that out of the system here. Eilertson keeps it in. Eilertson maneuvering to Quant. Shot! Oh, bounced off the goalie's glove. Up and over. Got my cameraman saying hit the net. Comes out front. Valkyries maneuvering their way up the ice. Lunenburg chasing. Comes out to Quant. Quant circling around. Sends it cross ice. It's a little bit too much juice there. Ends up with an icing call. Okay, so Spartacats waking up here, making this a game 2-3. We'll wait till it gets real quiet to say let's go Cats. That's all right. We'll make it nice and loud and make sure we embarrass all the parents. Erickson behind the net. She'll collect, take it up the ice. Erickson, pass.
Captured the classic J throwing the hands up in the last shot.
I don't know. I don't know what that is. No highlights on the parents. Erickson manages to drive the puck deep into the zone. Eilertson now chasing behind the net, and Valkyries controlling the puck. Looking for the pass, lose it to Saliga. Let's go, Saliga. Trying to maneuver. Erickson comes in backhanded, chips it in. Now Luneberg and Huseman trying to collect this puck. Lunenburg controlling the puck in the neutral zone. She'll circle around, get her wheels on, loses it. That's all right. Beckwith collects. Beckwith on the way in. I'd like to see a goal for Kendall. Kendall in the corner gets pinched. Valkyries send it back to Quant. You can tell Valkyries losing a little bit of their edge. They're a little tired. I got the manager saying they're getting tired, so I believe
tired of this nonsense.
We're all tired. I think we're all tired. Valkyries maneuvering up the ice. Eilertson and Valkyries shot saved by Hughes. She'll deflect that away from the puck, from the net, and Valkyries now behind the net, collected by Quant. Quant up the ice, collected by Luneberg. Luneberg maneuvering past the red line. Luneberg, fancy maneuver! The goal flat shot goes wide. Holy cow. I'm probably blowing people's ears out. And it's become a game here as we end up in the corner. Puck comes back to Erickson. Interrupted by Valkyries, and Valkyries clear. Valkyries chip it deep into the zone. We got a minute 40 on the clock. We're waiting. Valkyries in the zone. Oh God, shot goes wide. Valkyries with a wraparound. Hughes is there, and now Koslak gets tangled up on the boards here. Koslak up the boards, trying to clear. Erickson's behind her. We lost a stick. There's a stick flying. Erickson battling through a couple players. Puck comes back out to the neutral zone. Saliga now driving the puck deep. Oh, that's a hit. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's a penalty. Okay, I'm getting obviously physical. Oh shit, that's mine. Game getting a little physical here as we got a minute left. We're leaving. Looks like we might pull our tender, and Spartacats will play with 6-on-4 and a timeout. And a timeout. I'm loving this. Yeah, my JV goalie here is loving this play. What do you think, Zane? It's pretty intense, right?
I love getting rowdy with the.
You like getting rowdy?
Yeah, yelling at them.
Dad's sending him out. He thinks the goalie's getting too loud. Nah, that's all right. He's right here. Got to rile up the crowd. Yeah. Okay, so what do you think, Zane? Don't you think the game has turned around a little bit?
For sure. I think if we can keep the same momentum that we did in the third period for this last minute, especially with them having a penalty and we're pulling our goalie, I think. So I think we should have a good chance.
Yeah, I agree. I wish I'd like to see the shots on goal.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I wish they were counting them.
We're not counting shots on goal, but I do feel like Spartacats have sort of turned it around here in the third period. All right, let's go. Reek, goalie dad, cheering on Spartacats there. All right, let's go. So we got 6-on-4. Spartacats got nothing to lose now. Luneberg, Quant, Smith on the forward line. Costain, Beckwith, Eilertson on D. Valkyries behind the net, and there's a battle there. End up in the corner as Costain. Here it goes. Luneberg. Luneberg keeps it. Luneberg in the corner, battling to keep control of this puck. Let's get in front. Puck comes back to the point. Beckwith drives it back in. 46 seconds left. Costain battling on the boards. Costain from the point. It's bouncing. Oh, a shot by Smith goes wide. Puck ends up. Oh, nice clear by Claire. Shot saved by the tender, and she'll stop the play. Holy cow. Spartacats rallying here. 29 seconds on the clock. And Luneberg at the draw. Luneberg. .8 seconds left. Luneberg wins it back to the corner. Puck comes back to Eilertson. Eilertson up to Smith. Smith sends it on net. It's loose. Oh, come on. We had enough. Concussion. He probably has a concussion. Oh, you don't think that's probably a concussion. Unbelievable. Lunenburg wins the draw. Back to the centered. Puck comes out. Shit. Oh! That puck goes just wide of the net. Valkyries get a piece of this, and Eilertson and Beckwith now keep it in. That's it. Valkyries win it. Okay, so unfortunately, Spartacats come up a little shy tonight in the district championship, but that's not the end of the road for us. We'd still have to play one more game. So girls are going to play the winner of the losers bracket in order to get a chance to win or to proceed on to regionals. So hang tight, folks. It's going to be a little bit of a bumpy ride. We'll meet you back. Game will get posted, I think, online.